Nice to have you here again. The economic situation in the country is seeing the best hands leave the country for greener pastures, which has been coined Japa. And people highlight jobs insecurity and a general sense of hopelessness as part of the reason they are relocating. While some Nigerians have expressed solidarity towards the mass movement, or what you call brain drain, some have blamed the government for leading the country to a degrading state and encouraging mass immigration of Nigerians. According to the African Union Revised Policy Framework for African Plan of Action, an estimated 70,000 skilled professionals immigrate from Africa each year. According to a report, Nigeria lost over 9,000 medical doctors to the United Kingdom, Canada, and the USA between 2016 and 2018. With a depleting number of medical doctors, Nigeria annually spends between $1.2 billion and $1.6 billion on medical tourism. The brain drain cut across many sectors of the Nigerian economy as funds perhaps taken away. Well, for further analysis, Gospel Ubele is a macroeconomist. He joins us now. But let's quickly look at the report, of course, as Nigerians talk to iBrandTV. Let's take a listen.
Nigerians are now seeking a better lifestyle, leaving their friends and family behind in pursuit of greener pastures abroad. No thanks to harsh economic conditions such as high unemployment, insecurity and high inflation rates, which has eroded the value of the naira and purchasing power of the average Nigerian.
The country is not comfortable, so to speak, for us anymore. And personally, of course, I'm planning to travel. I'm a nurse midwife, and most of my colleagues, you see them everywhere, Canada, where we just want to go because it's not comfortable. The government is not taking care of us.
The economic system is not friendly. So people who want to live for a greener pasture, they want to go to where they will not start shouting up NEPA. Generator will not be disturbing them. There's always 24 hours light. So my brother, between me and you, if I have the opportunity, I will leave.
The economic situation is hard. Food stuff is on the high side. Even transportation and everything. So people are just tired of the economy and the country as well. Because the country insecurity everywhere. You cannot, you don't have the guarantee that you go somewhere and you come back.
All right, let's delve into the conversation right away. Gospel Ubele, macroeconomist, joins us virtually. Thank you for your time. We appreciate you. Let's get straight into the conversation. 7 out of 10 Nigerians are willing to leave their country, given the opportunity, according to a report published in 2021 by the Africa Polling Institute. And in recent times, of course, it has been coined Japa, as the coin name has become a trend amongst Nigerians. So what do you suppose is responsible for this trend and why?
Thank you for having me. Good morning, Frank.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, so I think that the possibilities and prospects for a better life are much more realistic now, outside the shores for the average Nigerian who wants to leave. On the other context of things, we realize from research that although the average Nigerian is very optimistic about their personal life, they are not optimistic about the future of the country. Rather, they are optimistic about the future of the country, but they are not optimistic about their own lives in the future of the country. So those are three springs of optimism that we realize from research. Nigerians are very optimistic about their lives, that their lives will get better. They're optimistic about the country, that the country will get better. However, they are not optimistic that their lives will get better in the future, or as we transition to the future of the country. So that is one major incentive, the potential and prospect for better options, more options, some form of stability around living is one of the major things that are fueling the need to be. Also, in terms of career sensitivities, we talked about almost 9,000 doctors have left the country since 2016. As more doctors leave, as more people leave, more Nigerians begin to see that it is a possibility to live and probably have a better life somewhere else. More Nigerians are willing to engage the wait time it will require, to integrate with other countries in terms of how they live and how they work, and of course begin to earn, from doing all of that. So more Nigerians are willing to put in the sacrifice to get their lives and their future better in another country than in Nigeria. So that's it's the reality of things. We also see that it's beginning to impact on foreign diaspora remittances and all that.
Now, we're going to talk about this in a subsequent program, and we'd like to have you back. But because we're pressed for time, let's quickly touch on key issues here. Well, according to the African Polling Institute, the trend is quite high now at 73% when compared to 2019, which was put at 32%. So what do you suppose are the economic implications of these, especially in a developing economies like Nigeria? That's one. And while wrapping up, also talk to us, how do you think the government can address this or handle this? Because, of course, you can't stop anybody from traveling in search of a greener pasture. But, of course, it's a problem, again, on the other hand, when you start having professionals, your best heads having to leave a country.
Yeah, so the downside of it is that, human capital development begins to decline. Some professionals are saying that the leaving will create opportunities for them to jump into the roles. But in as much as that's a good argument, it's still not a sufficient argument, because the chunk of your human capital are leaving. The chunk of your skills economy are leaving. And that's going to affect the quality of prospects for economic productivity, in the short term.
Hello, Gospel. Well, I think we're losing connection with Gospel Belly there. But I wish we can wrap up on that note because we're pressed for time. If you can hear me, quickly talk to us about the implication as we wrap up now. This is a conversation that will continue.
All right, so like I mentioned, there's a downtime for skills and human capital productivity in Nigeria, and that's going to be that's going to continue in the mid to long term. However, what can the government do to fix this? Really, the government cannot do anything right now except to get Nigeria working again, except to ensure that infrastructure, the basic amenities are in place, security is in place, businesses can thrive and all of that. Until you have the construct of these economic possibilities happening, you may not be able to attract talent back home or stop people from leaving.
Well, I think we should leave it there, Gospel Belly. We'll definitely, bring you back again to talk about this. Thank you for your time. Gospel Belly is a macroeconomist. We appreciate your time on Business Breakfast.
Thank you. Have a good day.